When the sun rises and its rays touch the waters of Lake Turkana, it's a heavenly sight. Named as the jewel of the Rift Valley, Lake Turkana is the only desert lake in the world. It spans about 290 kilometers long, 32 kilometers wide, and a surface area of 6,405 square kilometers, and with an average depth of 30 meters. It is the lifeline of northern Kenya because within its calm waters, one will find some of the world's biggest Nile perch. Fish here grow to tremendous sizes in this freshwater lake formed by lava of surrounding dormant volcanic mountains. Its physical attributes are somewhat strange. While the lake has 3 inlets, River Omo, Turkana, and Kerio, it has no single outlet, and the only way water is lost is through evaporation. And there is a sad story. This one-of-a-kind lake is shrinking and shrinking fast.
Hapa yote ilikuwa maji ilikuwa inajaa hapa. Hapa yote ilikuwa ni island. Paka kwa ile miti. Saa hii imefika hapa.
Capsized boats and measuring sticks that were once covered by the lake's waters now lie exposed. The shrinking has been caused by several factors, one being the perennial drought. Residents say that they can go up to 3 years without a single drop of rain. This area can be exceedingly hot, and evaporation of this mass of water is only escalated.
As you know, the lake has receded into Kenya, and so these people were following the lake into Kenya because the lake has been depleted up, further up.
Another major reason for the lake's rapid reduction in size is the building of the Gibe 3 Dam in Ethiopia. In a bid to increase electrical supply to its citizens, the Ethiopian government has resorted in damming the River Omo to build the Gibe 3 Dam. All well and good for Ethiopia, but one fact that has been overlooked is that River Omo is the major inlet for Lake Turkana. The inlet comes through the River Omo Delta, found only kilometers into Ethiopia from the Kenya-Ethiopia border. Once the construction of the dam is completed, Lake Turkana could shrink even faster as it relies on only 2 minor inlets, River Kerio and Turkana. Lake Turkana is a lifeline for many communities, both in Kenya and Ethiopia. It provides fish as a source of food, and surrounding shores provide pasture for livestock. But as the lake shrinks into Kenya, the southern Ethiopian communities, especially the Nyagatom and the merrile, are following the lake's shores past the River Omo Delta and claiming whatever territory they find by force.
Bado wanaishi na sisi na wanatuua katika mchanga yetu, wanakula kwetu. All the fertile land ambaye pengine tungetumia kukuza mimea na vyakula pamoja na kulisha mifugo yetu asiko tena pande yetu.
As the Kenyan government continues to disarm communities including the Turkana, the Ethiopian communities remained armed, firing at will at any Turkana trespasser.
Lakini wao kwa sababu wanajua kuogelea, wako na mashua, wanakuja tu wanajificha katika reeds, wanaua watu na kwenda.
The communities living in River Omo Delta are warrior communities with rituals that are not for the faint-hearted. They thrive on pain and death as a measure of strength, and it would seem that the fight for resources in northern Kenya has been turned into a game of death, and members of the Turkana community are the target.
Watu hawa kabla hawajaua mtu hawatambuliki kama wanaume. So imekuwa ni lazima katika wakati mmoja wa mwaka, wakati wanapotahiri vijana wao, ni lazima vijana hawa baada ya kutahiri waende kuua angalau Mturkana mmoja ama kadhaa.
The killings have been going on for years, and no matter how many security officers are deployed here, the killings still continue, and the Ethiopian communities continue to take more and more of Kenya's territory.
Askari wenyewe walikataa kwenda pahali raia wa Turkana walikubaliwa nao. Tulikuwa tunapanga wapelekwe karibu na ziwa kwa beach, lakini wao wamekataa, wameanza wakaenda wakaweka kambi yao kilomita kama 5.
For security forces, it would seem being sent to Turkana is a demotion or a punishment, given that Turkana area is one of the most dangerous areas in Kenya. From the fighting between the Turkana and the Pokot to the fighting between the Turkana and the merrile, most security officers get caught within the crossfire.
If any of the officers will be found to have been negligent in executing their mandate, we can assure you that action will be taken against that officer.
But for Turkana residents, the government is taking too long to solve the border dispute. Most have taken up arms to protect themselves, their family and their livelihood until a solution is found. Kathryn, Omwandho, KTN in Turkana.